Hey guys, it's Julie. Hey, I'm going to show you guys how to do a rolled rose today. I have been asked a lot of times for a tutorial on how I make mine, and I have some time today, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. Today I'm going to use a paper by K & Company, and it's from their Floral Dreams pack. And I've had this pack for a long time. I got it from Joann's, and it was on clearance for $7.97. And I think I've had this for, 8 months. This is the first paper I've taken out of it. It's really pretty. If you guys haven't seen it, there's 60 pieces of paper in here. And it's really kind of nice paper, and I don't know why I haven't used it. I guess I really never took a second look at it, but there is a lot of paper in here that is really pretty. And I think I might make a mini out of this because it's really kind of springy, and it's got nice blues and teals and purples, and it's got some foiled pages and some nice greens in it. So, and glitter, it's glittered too. So for $8 for 60 pages, I mean, that's cheap, cheap, cheap. So I'm going to put this over here for now. I'm going to use this paper here, this blue. And for demonstration purposes, I'm going to make this flower quite big. I'm going to use a 6x6 square. Normally, you probably wouldn't want to go this big, but I mean, if you want bigger flowers, you can. It's no big deal. You can make these any size you want. You just need to start off with a square. I'm sure that, there are a ton of tutorials on YouTube about rolled roses. So mine will definitely not be the first. What I do with mine, though, is I fold my tip over, and I'll show you as we're doing it what I mean by that. Now, if you are unsure of your cutting, you can draw your spiral on the outside or on the back side of your paper, whichever side you're not going to use. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to cut mine freehand because there really is no rhyme or reason. And I just start on the corner and I just cut that out. And then I just kind of go around. I'm trying to make a circle shape, but it's not going to be quite a circle. It's going to be more like a square with rounded corners, I think. And we'll take care of that at the end. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and cut in and start my my spiral. And I want to leave mine a little bit thicker, okay, because I am going to roll my edges. So when I'm cutting my spiral, I want that to be just a little bit thicker than what normally you would use. If you're just going to make a rolled rose and you're not going to fold over your edges like I'm going to show you, then you can make your flower a little bit thinner. And you just keep going until you get to the end. And then I just like to make a little spot like that right there on the end. And my flower's I'm gonna glue put some hot glue here, and my flower will stick to that right there. And I need to plug my hot glue gun in because otherwise I won't have anything to stick to. Okay, so now I start from the outside, okay? And I'm going to go and I'm going to I'm going to cut this off right about here. And I'm just going to roll or round that off, okay? And now I'm going to start rolling my flower. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this tip over, if you can see that. I'm just going to keep folding. You just fold as much as you want, and then you can go and start rolling your rose. But I'm just going to fold around for a little while here so I can get a good start on this so you guys can see how it's done. And you're just crunching over the tip. Just giving it a little bit of a crease. When you come to these edges that are kind of square, I kind of just round them off. And remember, this doesn't have to be perfect. Your rose is going to look nice no matter what. And it does not have to be perfect at all. Okay, so that's enough that I've got going there for now. Oops, got that stuck there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this and I'm just going to start rolling. I'm going to, right here, see how I'm going to turn that down a little bit? Just so I can get a nice center right there. And you won't really see any of the white because once you let this unroll a little bit, it's going to release itself and all you're going to see is the blue. And you just keep rolling. And if your flower gets thinner and thicker, that's fine. Because roses aren't perfect. You know, everything in nature is not perfect. Everything has its defects and its faults. And that's what makes it perfect. So you just keep rolling and just kind of keep a hold on it with your finger and your thumb and your forefinger. Just kind of keep holding it together as you're rolling it. And remember, when we stop rolling, we're going to let this expand some. Okay, so now I'm going to hold this and I'm just going to start rolling my edge over again. Let me change hands and do that with my right hand. Just a little bit easier. And then I just roll. Just keep creasing that top edge over as I go. And I trust me, this is not as hard as I'm making it look right now. I just recently got a manicure and I'm not quite used to the nails yet again. So it's a little more difficult for me. And you just keep rolling. Turn my heat gun down. My heat gun, or not my heat gun, my hot glue gun has two speeds, I guess. Hot or low temp and high temp, and I always heat it up on high temp and then I just turn it down and use low temp the rest of the time. Now, if you weren't folding the edges down like I am here, you'd probably already be done with this because it's just a matter of just simply rolling it. And I might make one of those too for you guys so you can see the difference. We'll do the little bit more difficult one first. Almost done. Let's see if I can crease a little bit ahead here. This flower is going to be pretty big because I did use a 6x6. Normally when I make these rolled roses, I do like a 3x3 or a 4x4. Almost done creasing, almost to the end now. And just keep holding it down with your thumb and your forefinger, and it won't go anywhere. Okay, and as you get closer to the end, you know, I'm almost down there now. I just fold over a little bit more so that it has a good place for me to put the glue onto it. Now I'm just going to let this expand a little bit. Okay, I'm letting it go. Still holding on to the bottom so it doesn't get too big. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take my bottom. Okay, see how I've left that open there? And I'm just going to put like a big dollop of hot glue right in there. Okay. And I'm not afraid of hot glue, but if you have like a tendency to, you know, not want to get burnt, you know, just be very careful. See, it doesn't even bother me anymore for some reason. And plus I'm using a lower temp on my glue gun too, so I'm sure that helps out a lot. And then I'm just going to press it down so all of that glue gets stuck in there pretty good. Okay, now I'm just going to fool around with the creases and make sure they are how I like them. All right, and you see you've got your little rose there. Now, let me just reach over here. Sorry about my reach. Or not, because it's not there. And it's right over here. Get my trusty vintage photo. And just give it a good distressing on the top. Okay, and that's it. Now, to decorate it, if you want to, I mean, if that's not enough for you and you feel like you need to put something else on it, sometimes I take stickles and I rub the stickles around the top. Okay, I might put some stickles down here on my craft mat and then just use my finger and just rub the stickles all over the tips. Okay, just to give it a little sparkle. Okay, can you see that sparkle on there? But that's how I make my rolled roses, you know, and they come out really pretty. And I don't have time on this video because I'm already at 11 minutes to make the regular rolled rose, but I'll come back with a video shortly on how to do that. Thanks.